I was in the middle of recording this video, and I got a notification on my phone that said that Kobe Bryant had just recently passed away. So before I do anything else, I just want to say rest in peace to Kobe. Man, you were one of the GOATs, bro. And man, this is sad news. So moment of silence for Kobe Bryant, y'all. All right, let's do this. Yo, welcome to PTA Sports. I am your host, Pest the Analyst, and wanted to take some time to talk about one of my favorite football players, Eli Manning. Eli just recently retired. He did his press conference on Friday. And, man, those of y'all who have paid attention to this channel know I love me some Eli Manning, man. In the beginning of the season, I did a video. It was one of my first videos. I believe it was my second video where I did a letter to Eli, man. And I just thanked him for everything he did up to that point. Wished him good luck on the season. Told him I wanted him to ball out. That didn't quite happen because a couple of weeks later, he gets benched for Daniel Jones. And, I spoke on that. And I said that, some people were asking about whether he was a Hall of Famer or not. I said I wasn't going to talk about that then because he was still an active football player. But now he's retired, so we can talk about that. We'll get in that here in a second. But I just want to kind of give my thoughts on Eli's retirement. It's kind of sad, to be honest with you, man. For me, as a New York Giants fan, as an Eli Manning fan, it's sad because for 16 years, all I've known was Eli Manning being the quarterback of the New York Football Giants, man. And to think that when next season starts, Eli's not going to be there, man, that's weird, man. That's strange. And I don't know, y'all. It didn't really hit me, right? Because I saw the news about it in the middle of the week or whatever, and I was like, "Oh man, for real? He's retiring?" And then it hit me when that press conference happened. I was in Jersey, and I just happened to be in my hometown, taking care of some family stuff or whatever. And I was downtown Plainfield. Shout out to Plainfield PLFD. Stand up, and I'm in the parking lot behind Bill's Luncheonette, which is one of my favorite spots to go eat at whenever I go home. And I got my phone out. I got the Giants app, and I've got the press conference up, man. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna watch this, and just listen to Eli talk one last time. And man, it hit me, man. It hit me as he was up there talking, man. That like, yo, this is it. Eli's going after this, man. And like, I'm not mad at Eli at all for doing this, right? Because he wanted to go out as a Giant, man. I respect it. But I was just like, damn, man. Like, no more Eli. And then when Eli said that Giants fans are unique, but he loves us. Yo, I broke down, man. I straight up started crying right then and there because it was just like, yo, I love you too, Eli. Like, yo, man, this has been my guy, man. I've defended him against people who have hated on him. I've defended him against people who claim to love him but talk smack about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I love Eli Manning, man. That's my guy. And so, like, when he said that, man, it just, yeah, man, it broke me down a little bit. But I mean, like at the same time, like, yo, he deserves the time off, man. Dude's been playing professional football for 16 years, man, and like, anyone who's ever played football at a higher level than like maybe Pop Warner, for some of those who are in states where football is king, anybody who's played on a football team where, being a football player is a big deal, man, that like, even though it's an off season, there's no such thing as an off season for a football player, especially like a professional football player. Like, there's no off season, right? Because you need to train. You need to get, you need to make sure that you're getting your body right for that next season. You need to study film. You need to look over plays. If your coach hasn't changed, you need to look over plays. You need to go out. You need to, practice your position. If you're a quarterback, you need to go get with some of your wide receivers and throw with them. You know what I'm saying? That way you can have that familiarity. You can have that connection with them. So there's no off season, right? So he's been doing this for 16 years, man. For 16 years, day in, day out, he has lived, eat, sleep, breathe football, and now he gets to just kind of take some time off. So he deserves it, man. So like, I just got to get used to the fact that there's not going to be a number 10 under center for us anymore. I'm really glad that they're retiring his jersey. I don't want anybody else to wear number 10, man. Yeah, like that's Eli's jersey from here on out, as far as I'm concerned. All right, so let's get into the real reason why I'm doing this video here. A lot of people have been talking, a lot of the talking heads. And I see Twitter, blew up, has continued to blow up. I'm sorry. Even though, the kind of what's being talked about on Twitter is definitely changed now. But for a couple of days, I saw Twitter explode, at least Giants Twitter, NFL Twitter, in terms of whether or not Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer or not. I said in the last video that I talked specifically about Eli Manning. Short answer, yes. Long answer, coming soon. All right, here's a long answer. Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer. Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer, and it's not because his last name is Manning, okay? It helps, sure, but it ain't just, that's not the sole reason why this dude needs to be in the Hall of Fame, all right? Like, here's the thing. Anybody that is playing professional football is playing professional football to win, okay? Is there money involved? Sure. At that level, yes, there's money involved. But you play to win the game. And here's the thing. Eli Manning has won it all twice, all right? This guy is a two-time Super Bowl champion. He is a two-time Super Bowl MVP. It's only been done by 5 other quarterbacks. I want to say it was 5 other quarterbacks that had done it. In the history of the league, we just completed season 100 in the National Football League. All right. And there's only been 5 players, if I got the number correct, that have been 2-time Super Bowl MVP. And Eli is one of them. Okay. So let's not pretend that that's not an accomplishment in itself. Let's just be real. But past that, right? The biggest point, and this is kind of one of the bigger points that I like to make, is this. Football is a violent sport. It's a gladiator sport. All right? When you strap on that helmet and put on those shoulder pads and go out on that field, your goal is to knock the shit out of the guy lining up in front of you. Period. Point blank. All right? And Eli Manning has done it for 16 years. 16 years he has done it. And never missed a game due to injury. That is a hell of a fucking accomplishment. Find me a player, aside from Eli Manning, who has played this game this long and never missed a game due to injury. Not one. Because the best ability is availability. And I can't think of any other players who were able to play an entire career and never miss a game due to injury. Not one. The only time Eli Manning has missed games is because a coach or management said, hey, bro, you got to sit down. And that was at the tail end of his career. But I tell you what, man, if Eli was putting up good-ass numbers, he'd still be playing. And he wouldn't have missed any snaps. He wouldn't have missed a single game due to injury. I'm just saying. Find me a player that you could say that about in this game, in this sport. Hell, in any sport. Find me a player who his entire career he was able to play and not miss a game due to injury. Find me one. You can't. You can't. Not one that's played for as long as Eli's played. You can't. That's a big deal. And you know what? I hear people talking about like, oh yeah, you're compiling stats or whatever. Yo, he was good enough to be the starter on the team for that span of time that he was. All the way up until the end where a young pup was nipping at his heels, and that's how the game goes. The fact of the matter is this: if he didn't retire this year, if Eli decided, you know what, I'm cool with putting on another jersey, I'm gonna go give it a shot, he would have still been able to play. That's a big deal. But we sweep that under the rug like it's nothing. 16 years, 0 games missed due to injury. 0. He's an Iron Man. And there have been plenty of games throughout his career that he should not have been playing in. But he said, you know what, fuck that. I'm the leader of this team. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna play. So like, y'all can discredit that all you want, right? But most of y'all that's discrediting it, y'all haven't even played football like that. You wouldn't last 16 years and not be hurt. You wouldn't. So shut up. But even past that point, let's just look at the things that really matter here. Stats. Eli Manning is top 10 in all relevant quarterback stats in the history of the league. He's number 7 in yards. He's number 7 in touchdowns. He's number 7 in completions. I mean, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? This dude is top 10 in all passing stats in the history, the 100-year history of the National Football League. Now, is he going to stay that way? No, he's not. He's not going to stay in the top 10 because there's going to be players that are going to eventually pass him up. But as it stands right now, at the end of his career, he's top 10 in all these stats. So we're going to just discredit the fact that this dude has been putting up monster-ass numbers for an extended amount of time, healthy the entire time. Well, not healthy, but healthy enough to play? We're going to just discredit that. That means nothing because he had a 500 record at the end when it was all said and done. Please, I understand that the whole point of this is to win. I said that earlier. You play to win the game. He's won when it counted. He has. When he needed to win, he won. And we're going to sit here and we're going to act like, oh man, well, the only reason why he won was because of defense. Nah, yo. I mean, yes, defense wins championships, but like, you still got to put points up. And Eli put points up. Let's stop for a second. Let's just think about the 2 years that he won his Super Bowls. And I know, 2 years out of 16, whatever. But let's just put this in context here. Let's think about those 2 years. Who did he play? All right, so his first Super Bowl, they were a wild card. So they had to play Tampa Bay on the road. Now, Tampa Bay wasn't fantastic, but they were in the playoffs. So they beat Tampa Bay. And then they go to Dallas. They go to play the Cowboys. And this wasn't just like some rando bando Cowboys team. That Cowboys team was prime to be the team to win a Super Bowl that year. That Cowboys team was good as hell. All right. You had Tony Romo. You had T.O. You had Jason Witten. All right. I don't remember who the running back on that team was, but to be completely honest with you, it kind of didn't matter because you put a running back behind that line that they had, they were going to put up monster numbers regardless. Because the Cowboys have always had a great offensive line, and that defense was pretty damn good itself. But Eli went in there to Dallas, and he beat them. So what was next? Brett Favre and the Packers in Lambeau. Ice Bowl. Coughlin on the sideline, red face, frostbite. Eli went out there and he beat that Green Bay team. Another team that was really damn good. Brett Favre's on that team balling out. Good receivers, great defense. Eli went there and he beat him. And then after that, he went on to beat the 18-0 Destiny, the team of destiny, New England Patriots, with Tom Brady and Randy Moss. All right? Like, yo, what are we talking about here? No one could beat that Patriots team. The closest team to come and beat that team during the season, if I remember correctly, was the Baltimore Ravens. But no one could beat that team. But Eli went there and they beat that team. And we're going to sit here and we're going to say, oh yeah, but the defense was the real MVP of that game. If it wasn't for the defense, or if it wasn't for, a lucky helmet catch. Okay, listen, here's the craziest part about that whole helmet catch situation, right? Was it luck? Sure. Tyree catching that ball up against his helmet with Rodney Harrison draped over him. Yeah, sure. That might be lucky, right? But we focus so much on that helmet catch that we think that catch was a touchdown pass, and it wasn't. Tyree caught that at midfield. They still have to go half the field to go score a touchdown. Eli Manning converted a third down after that play. Got them in the red zone and threw a fade route to the corner of the end zone for the game-winning touchdown. We don't even talk about that because all we want to focus on is the helmet catch. But that's crazy. Eli did a whole lot in that game. Yes, that defense was balling out, but that defense was not all that good. They stepped up when the moment got big, sure. 2011. The 2011 year, Eli carried that team on the back. The defense was not good in 2011. It was okay. It was above average, but it wasn't like fantastic. But let's talk about who he beat then. All right. So Eli Manning had to beat Green Bay again in Lambeau, right? They had to beat Green Bay. Oh, before that, they had to beat Atlanta in the wild card in Atlanta. Then they had to beat Green Bay in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers in his prime, right? And then they had to go and they had to beat San Francisco. And that San Francisco game is one of my favorite Eli Manning moments ever, yo. Because Eli Manning was getting the shit kicked out of him in that game. It's my favorite Eli moment ever. Because no matter what, despite how much he was getting beat the fuck up in that game, he was like, we ain't losing this damn game. There's an iconic picture of Eli Manning, helmet all over his face, jersey pulled off of his shoulder pads, calling timeout after he got slammed face first in the dirt. I love that picture. The reason why I love that picture is because that picture showed that Eli Manning had a set of balls on him. I don't give a shit what y'all do, we win in this damn game. And that's exactly what they did. They went and they won that damn game. And then they went into Indianapolis and they beat the New England Patriots again. That throw to Mario Manningham on the sideline is probably one of the best throws in the history of the Super Bowl, yo. Dropping it in the bucket on the sideline. 2 defenders on him. Only he can catch it. That was an amazing throw, but we gonna discredit that? For real? Y'all crazy. Listen, this man Eli Manning 100% deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. We can sit here and we can Skip Bayless this the fuck up and say, well, if we take away a Super Bowl, if we take away a helmet catch, if we take away this, if this thing would have happened, we can't take away or add things to things that already happened. These are the numbers and the stats that are on paper. And these numbers and these stats and these results and these accomplishments are what makes Eli Manning a Hall of Famer, okay? 16 years. No scandals. No dumb shit. No cheating. No nothing. The worst thing that ever happened was maybe he signed some equipment And it made it look like it was it was game worn. But to be completely honest, we don't even know if that was a thing, because Eli Manning did the smart thing, which was say, you know what? I'm not going to take this to litigation. I'm just going to settle out of court, whether I did it or I didn't. I'm just going to give these motherfuckers some money so that they shut up and go away. And we don't need to drag this thing out. And this doesn't have to be a thing that's a distraction for my team. Because we don't know if he did it or if he didn't do it. All we know is that he settled. 16 years. No games missed due to injury. No scandals. Able to start, put up points. 27 comebacks. Come from behind victories. 27. Want to talk about him leading the league in interceptions for 3 years? There's like 7 quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame that have more career interceptions than Eli Manning. What are we talking about here? So y'all can hate all y'all want, but the fact of the matter is that this dude is a Hall of Famer. Straight up. Now, here's where I'm going to lose a bunch of Giants fans. All right? Although I do think Eli is a Hall of Famer, I don't think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Oh, here come the downvotes. If I had more subscribers and more people that listen, they'd be hitting that thumbs down like a motherfucker right now. Listen, he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Second, third, sure. I don't know if I say he's a first ballot, because the first ballot is typically reserved for the best of the best, okay? The Peyton Mannings, the Tom Bradys. That's just what it is. Was Eli? Can you say Eli was the best quarterback in his era? No. And because you can't necessarily say he was the best quarterback in his era, he doesn't get the first ballot. Now, he's probably gonna get the first ballot because of his name. I personally don't think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, but he damn sure gonna get in. It is what it is. So hey, that's my thoughts on Eli Manning, y'all. I appreciate you guys, take some time to listen to me talk. I got some more videos that I need to work on, and I'm going to try and get them out as fast as I can. But, I appreciate you guys, man. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, tell everybody about PTA Sports, and I'm going to get up with you guys later. Yo, Eli, I love you, bro. I appreciate everything that you've done, and I will always believe in you. I get up with all y'all later. Deuces.